Welcome to Plan9Crunch. Plan9Crunch reads from a genre novel, and we're going to read from the book The City of Golden Lead by John Christopher. And I loved this book as a kid. It's part of the White Mountains Trilogy, which is now not a trilogy. There's 4 books. It involves these tripods coming to Earth. It's science fiction. And they conquer the Earth. And they basically make humans their slaves whenever they want to. They cap them where there's a cap fused to their heads, and it makes them compliant. Okay, but there's a resistance. And the protagonist in this book, he has a fake cap. He can still think for himself. So does one of his allies, Fritz. They join an Olympics type thing and they win the sporting events. I believe the narrator wins a boxing competition here. But as their reward, they get to serve the masters, who are the aliens who have like tentacles and things like that, who man the tripods. So they are slaves to the kings of the world, to the emperors of the world. And they go to the city of Golden Lead, which is where these aliens can live in an ambience comfortable to them. It's very hot and muggy. And so the idea is to try to find some kind of information which can defeat these conquerors. And one thing our narrator learns is that there's a really sensitive spot on the body of the masters. And that will factor in later in the book. But I'm just going to read a short portion from this to give you an idea a little bit of what it's like in this book. So he's talking to his compatriot Fritz, and he wants to go try to get to a chance to talk to him so they can get some strategy. So I'm at page 122 here, and they're talking. I can find that. Listen, my master goes to a garden pool almost every day, regularly at 2-7. He stays for a period. I think there's time enough to get to your pyramid. If you can manage to get down to your communal place, I'll do that easily. I'll say I'm the slave of visiting master. I nodded. We used master's time in the city, not human. The day was divided into 9 periods, and each period was divided into ninths. It was made difficult by the fact that the day started with sunrise and so changed continually. 2-7 was approximately noon. My master, too, often went to a garden pool around then. Even if he did not, I could keep some small errand until that time. Your master, I said. Is he very bad? Fritz shrugged. Bad enough, I think. I have nothing to compare with. You're back. He enjoys that. Enjoys? Yes. At first I thought it was because I was doing things wrong, but it's not so. He finds reasons. I howl and shriek a lot, which pleases him. I've learned to howl louder as not go on so long. What about your master? I see that your back is unmarked. I think he's a good one. I told Fritz something in my life of the small signs of consideration I was given. He listened and nodded. A very good one, I would say. He related a few other things about his own life, in which it was plain that the whippings were far from being the only respect in which he suffered worse than I. In every way possible, his master humiliated, persecuted, and heaped impossible burdens on him. I was almost ashamed to have been so lucky. He did not dwell on this, though. He said, anyway, all that is not important. It is what we find out about the city that matters. We must exchange information with each other so that what one learns the other knows. You tell me first what you have discovered. Okay, I'm not going to read it on, but our hero in this book finds out that the average life for a slave to the master is like 3 to 5 years. And he witnesses in the abuse Fritz is receiving is how it is for most of the other slaves. This is an exciting book, an exciting series. I think about 2 generations ago, or maybe a generation and a half, they did make a mini-series on this. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll be looking for it. Anyways, once again, we're reading from The City of Golden Lead, part of the White Mountains Trilogy, or Tripods, 4 books, depending on, like I said, they added a book much later. And we'll have a link to it on Amazon. This is Plan9Crunch. And give us a subscribe on YouTube. And we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, and we have a blog, plan9crunch.com. Thanks very much, and that's a wrap.